Did you hear what's going on with Trump and them? Apparently, they shut down November and December food stamp. I just got a note from them saying they gonna shut my food stamp. Ohio, you bet not. You bet not feed in an allegation. You better pay me my food stamps. I better get my food stamps. What did I get no food stamps November and December? Free me. Get my commissary out, because I'm taking up the stove and taking everything. Making my way downtown to the White House. I'm going to White House. Quick. I'm going to the White House. Quick. I'm going to the White House to meet Trump.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth and sincerity, Lord willing. This could be an edifying video. Let me go airplane mode real quick before I end up getting a phone call. But, as you saw, which brothers, elders, apostles, been doing videos, because you got a lot of videos of women and men, complaining about, these stamps being, shut down for millions of Americans. You got women coming out talking about, it's the taxpayer's job, because you got a lot of women that's living off the government. They got Section 8, got food stamps, got WIC, got child support, and they just, they just living in pleasure, abusing the system. So what we're seeing now is, something that we been said would happen, beginning with our apostles and elders on down. And we know that they're doing this because, we're in a transition to a digital system. And it makes sense that they're just doing this to bring the squeeze, which is a part of their plan. And the solution would be you got to take this, whether it's the digital ID first. Most likely that's what it's going to be, because a lot of countries is going that route. But we know immediately after that is the CHIP, the RFID, which is the Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 prophecy. But, you women, you through. Especially you women that, got newborns, that, you're single mothers. You did your baby daddy wrong. You got them locked up or whatever you did, committed adultery on them. And, because a lot of you women, you're about to have to contact, your baby dad, or contact your ex, contact, somebody for help, because prices is going up. Oil rose 5% today. It's about to be less jobs. It's about to go down, man. And you're going to need help because the system is forsaking you. And this woman I went to school with, she's homeless, and she's been posting on her Facebook talking about, who can I stay with? It's cold tonight. So I see a trend of that, man. A lot of these women, that's where it's going to begin. They're going to start making posts and, oh, I need help. Can somebody let me stay with them? But you're going to have to give up something, man. See, a lot of you women, you're used to getting and not having to give in return. And you have an entitled mindset. And this is a part of the miseries that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is bringing upon this place. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 8, verse 50. For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So some of the miseries the Lord is going to bring is going to be famine. It's going to be pestilence. It's going to be, hyperinflation, which that's going to lead to famine. Civil unrest, great death. It's going to be a lot of death, man. You already got, here it is, we ain't even hit November 1st yet, and you already got, women, like you saw in the video I just played, talking about she going to go to jail, talking about she going to go to the White House, You know, you got women talking about this one video I sent in the chat talking about she gonna put on a helmet and steel toes and go in the store, and she dare somebody to stop her from grabbing what she need to grab. You know, a lot of videos coming out of these women talking about they gonna steal, and they love talking big on the internet. But see, when reality hits, what do? Fold up and cry. Just look up any video of a woman getting put in handcuffs. Before they get put in them handcuffs, they popping shit, proud, resisting. Soon as they get in them handcuffs, they break down and start crying most of the time. You know? Because women are not built for adversity. Men adapt. Men say, you know what, this is what it is. You know, I just gotta figure it out. But women, you wasn't created to be that way. And society lied to you, told you that we equal. And when these times come, you ain't gonna have a lot of helpers, man. Because like I was saying, a lot of you women, you didn't betray men. You didn't, men that were there for you, you didn't betray them. So they ain't gonna want to help you. And the ones that do, you gonna have to humble down. Like this one video, this chick was, crying, pretty much complaining about her snaps getting cut. And her baby daddy was there, and he was like, yeah, you need me now. Now you need me. And she was like, you want me to need you. What the hell is this chick doing? Hold on. Yeah, she was like, what the fuck? She was like, you want me to need you. But it's true. You're going to need a man. See, you've been saying, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Them days is over. Because you do need a man. See, you didn't, while society was going good, because the system, was taking care of you. But now that the system is pulling back, now you're going to need a man. And a lot of these men ain't going to want to help you. Because of all of these videos that's been put on the internet for the past years, man, of women talking down on men, pretty much showing how they really think and feel about men. A lot of these men, they've soaked all that in. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So people going to be heartless. People only going to care about themselves, man. That's why it says in 2 Esdras 15th chapter, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall spoil his house with the sword because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See, when food gets scarce, men are going to actually murder for food, man. But you women, you're just going to be a spoil. And you can talk all that shit. You can live in fantasy world. Yeah, I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to do this. Let a man try me. Let her. Okay. Because it ain't going to be eventually there ain't going to be no more 911 either. Ain't going to be no more simps either. Because these simps going to be the first ones to go. And then it's going to be a shortage of men because a lot of men going to get drafted to this third war. So you women, you about to be screwed, man. You about to be fucking screwed. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, and the vintage is failing. And you're about to be troubled. Because no man is really going to want a woman that got kids. See, a lot of these losers now, they'll move in with a woman that got kids because they ain't got nothing going on. So they'll use that woman till they get on their feet and then they dip. But in these times, if you a single mother with kids, that's just extra mouths to feed. That's extra responsibility. And it ain't going to be the time to have all that responsibility if the Lord ain't with you. You ain't going to be able to take care of responsibilities like that. A lot of these women, they just gonna eat their kids, man. It happened in Samaria. Cannibalism is coming back. You women, man, you in great trouble, man. especially you women that the Lord paired you up with one of his servants and you did him wrong, you ain't got no covering, man. The Lord is about to fully pour judgment on this place, man. And this is the time where the elect men win. We're going to shine. The Lord is going to use us to exalt and glorify his holy name. Lord willing, we're of the elect. He said we're going to be merry and have abundance. Others shall mourn and weep. See, we ain't upset. We ain't making videos, like these people in the world. We got faith. The Lord is with us, man. He's going to give us everything we need. Okay. And for brothers that, say if you have woman problems, or you ain't got a woman, and they about to come in droves, man. And you gonna have to pick of the litter. Okay? You gonna have to pick of the litter, man. And like us brothers amongst ourselves been saying, in our chat we got, the grocery store is about to be the new club. It's about to be the new mall. All right, if you can get groceries, hey, you gonna be desired. And this is a double whammy. Like I believe it was Elder Kanak that said it. A lot of food, since people ain't gonna have food stamps, a lot of food ain't gonna get sold. A lot of food, mainly like meats, is gonna go old because people not buying them. Okay, because the prices is still gonna keep going up. And with people looting, hey, this is going to cause, more draconian measures. They're going to most likely, lock up more items. They're going to have to send in, soldiers, the guards to these grocery stores to protect them. And that's just a ploy, to turn them into concentration camps, most likely. Okay. But hey, the vintage is failing. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease, because you've women been at ease, man. You've been abusing the system. You've been abusing the system all over social media, being a whore, sleeping with a bunch of men, using men to pay certain bills, putting men on child support, Section 8. You just been living it up. You just been living it up. Okay? But now, hey, you about to tremble. It says, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Right? And it ain't coming back. Now, they're most likely are gonna bring it back, but you're gonna have to take that device or have a digital ID first. Okay, which is to get you on the path to take that C-hip. We in beautiful times, man. The former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, just came out and said the United States is their enemy, man. So everything, the Most High is bringing everything to pass. Okay, everything is coming full circle. But we know the MOTB has to be made mandatory throughout the whole earth before the nuclear destruction comes. Or at least throughout, a majority of the earth. Okay. But, just a quick video, Lord willing, it was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.